Welcome to Never a Foul, another Monday afternoon of streaming. You know what time it is. It's transfer news and the two big names that are running on people's mouths today. Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, and then also Conor Gallagher, if you class him as a big name. Not for me, to be honest. But guys, make sure you smash the like. Make sure you subscribe if you're new as well. Make sure you do drop your super chats in as well. Obviously, the comments do get rammed and we do see them, but it's hard to flag them up. So if you get your super chats in, we can make sure we read them out as well. And we thank you for support on the channel. But yes, guys, obviously was on last night. We're back again. What, 14, 15 hours later? Here we are.
Yeah, man, it's an everyday thing. What can I say? Oh, yeah, it's important if people can also, if you haven't done it at the moment, I think it's quick for you guys. If you put the notification bell on, it can just tell you when we go live. So then you don't have to kind of search who's online, who's talking football today. You know, we're always at the same times pretty much. So if you guys want to do that, up that percentage for us. I think, what's that like? I think like 18%, was it, Mo? Was it 18%?
Well, I've got the notification bell on, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it goes between
right.
10 and 15, something like that, or 15.
Yeah. I'll take that. We can get that to 20 by the end of the show today. We say, Mo, how are you doing? You're right in your new bed, in your new home.
New home, new desk, new studio, new room, everything, but not a new channel.
There we go. There we go. I'm actually looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah, coming over Wednesday. Then we have a good catch up Saturday. Look, you still even managed to get the pillow in as well. I love that.
Wait,
presentation.
Isn't tomorrow Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm over Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's not tomorrow.
I know. I just realized. I know. Just realized. But yeah, man, we're gonna start by talking off. I think. Where do we start? Actually, there's Olise, there's Kane, there's Mbappe.
I think I know where we should start. Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah, right. Cass, go on. Get your cup of tea out and do your thing.
It's true out of discussion. Like, other than the first half, they were flawless, right? You know, I think it was like 2-0, 3, and then it went 3-1.
You watched the game?
Yeah, I watched 60 minutes of it. And they were Luis Diaz and Nunez were, boy, they were killing that team. Like, the runs they were making, they just couldn't get near. And then as soon as the half time comes, right, they started off well. They changed up their 11. You know, Gomez, some next guy came in, Matip, Shimikas. They took off Trent and everyone. And they had a bit more of a different kind of team. But when you look at it along them lines, it's like, bro, they need defensive reinforcements more than ever. And call it preseason or not, you can see the 6 goals to Farmers in Bundesliga 2. Maybe I think one of them might be in Bundesliga 3. I think Furth is 2, to be fair. But I just looking at it thinking, you know what? After Nunez scored, I kind of just switched off. It was like 3-1 at that point. And it's like...
So they were 3-1 up and the other team come back in.
3-1 up. And then I turned off. And before you know it, it was already a 4-3 down by the 87th minute. And I was like, what? And in the end, I think Salah came in clutch from what I saw. I was just looking along the line thinking, bro, like they're one injury away in their defense for it going to rubbish, you know, as well. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not Van Dijk was good. Like, there's no talking rubbish on Van Dijk. There's no talking rubbish on Konate. It was good. But I don't think it's one. They need 2. Like, they need a right back and they need a centre back more than ever.
This is what we were saying last night. Exactly, with like, obviously Sam who thinks Liverpool should be challenging, and I don't disagree, but I agree at the same time. But like, if you look at it, they obviously need that reshape in midfield. The defender they can't rely on over 38 games because Van Dijk, we can't say that he's going to be fit or fully 100%. Konate, brilliant talent. We can't rely on him fully if you're a Liverpool fan. So like, Liverpool can be there. It's just whether they're going to be willing to make the changes to be there fully come the start of the window, because I don't know what their budget's looking like, to be fair. They haven't really sold anyone this window. Normally they make like quite a good sale, but they haven't needed to sell anyone really. So they're actually having to dip their money into their pocket. And obviously they've got 2 midfielders. They definitely need a third. I'm hearing Fabinho's move could be off because his dog can't travel into the country, which is just crazy. But like, when you look at this, I just said it to you off air, to be fair. And I want to see, like, I know Bailey's in the chat as well, but this Liverpool team at the moment, what I'm seeing in pre-season, and yes, it's only pre-season, but it's giving me the Brendan Rodgers vibes of we're just going to go out there to try and outscore teams. I don't feel like this Liverpool team feel like they are capable enough of holding a 1-0 lead or, you know, shutting up shop. When you look at their midfield at the moment, with Henderson and Fabinho potentially not there, there's no natural DM. There's McAllister and Szoboszlai there. Look at Van Dijk and Konate. They like to play a high line anyway. When I actually look at the way Liverpool are, Mo, I think this is just go out there. If we win 4-3 every week, we win 4-3 every week. But unfortunately, if you want to be competing at the highest level for the titles, that will only get you so far. And that's the game plan I feel like Liverpool are going with at the moment because they haven't got the personnel.
Listen, in the game, my pick of the game.
Oh, he said something wrong. He's doing the Bedford thing again. Ty, he said dip your money in your pockets.
Me? Ty? What does that mean?
Oh, did I actually do that?
I'm just here.
Wait, there. That's flagged it, innit? That menace. Hey, get on your Zoom call, Daps. I love that. Dip your money in your pocket.
Oh, sorry, Mo.
No, just my pick of the game, to be honest.
Big up. Sorry, go on, man.
Gakpo. So Gakpo played the third man in the midfield behind Jota, that kid Duak, and what's his name, Dubak or whatever, and Luis Diaz, and he looked immense, to be honest, in that midfield. Yeah, McAllister was there, Trent was there, but I'm not gonna read into the game a lot. But I thought Gakpo is developing into a really good player. We saw it at the end of last season, and I think he can be a really good weapon in the midfield or as a forward.
He was playing like 8-10.
Yeah, he was actually contributing defensively as well, which is surprising. So that's my pick.
I didn't hear. So Mo, Kath, just so I know. So Gakpo was playing. Who was playing striker? Nunes.
So no. So the game started with Van Dijk and Konate and a kid as a right back. Left back is Robertson. Trent was a lone 6, which was very strange to me. He didn't touch the ball a lot. He wasn't involved a lot because Liverpool were bypassing McAllister and Trent, going to Gakpo and getting involved in the forward line like right away. You know what I mean? Like when you bypass your two midfielders. Luis Diaz looks so fresh, looks so good. That first goal was phenomenal, to be honest, in tight spaces. Jota looked really, really good, to be honest. Movement, speed is back, everything after the injury. Mo Salah, the second half, 2 assists, like really good first touch and 2 assists. Darwin Núñez looks like a true number 9. I'm just looking at this game, to be honest.
Okay.
Look like a true number 9. Touch is close to his body, not like that 10-yard touch, 20-yard touch like we saw last season. Yes, it's a small team, but I can read something from this game, which is Gakpo is developing to be the centerpiece of the team, which is something that he would have
Firmino now.
The centerpiece of everything in that first half when he played. Everything goes through him. Very strange, but it worked. Van Dijk is good, Konate is good, but that tells me that they probably need more in the back. They need 2 fresh center backs. Gomez and Matip, as Cass said, so passive, very passive in the game. Reactive defenders, not proactive defenders. That doesn't work for Liverpool Football Club. It doesn't.
You know what? In their defense a little bit as well. Like they did play a lot of kids, and I was gonna rip into them a little bit, but I thought they did play a lot of kids. No, Thiago. I didn't think I saw Thiago. I don't think I saw Chris. Tich is still injured. The defenses should be there, good enough, of course. And the front line, like they had some next brothers like up front as well. Like, other than Harvey Elliott and a couple others, like I can't remember who else is it.
Okay, they're like new phases.
Yeah, a kid named Comas and another kid, McNeil or whatever, McNeil or something.
Oh wait, Curtis was playing. He was playing. Sorry,
Curtis Jones was playing. Yeah,
it's Thiago and Bajcetic. I didn't know Bajcetic was injured.
Yeah, he's injured for a while, I think.
But how are they gonna go the season in Europa League? Gomez and Matip, question marks.
Yeah, they're both never. Do you know what? Since the injuries to both of them, they've never both been the same. If I'm honest, I think Matip. You know what? I give him credit because I think Matip's actually been a very good servant to Liverpool, and I think he's he's deserved kind of them accolades he's got when I think last year or the year before he was actually playing better than Van Dijk. I think he was having a very good season then. But with Gomez, his best spell, I think, was in the lockdown. When we're talking 3 years ago now. Since then, he's never been able to show that form. And I just feel like with players like Matip and Gomez, if you want to be competing for the Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues, they're very upgradable. You're not having to spend ridiculous amount of money to upgrade them. It's not like you're replacing Van Dijk or Konate, who did cost like 50 to 80 million, for example. We're talking about players like Matip who could go for maybe 15 million. You're talking to Gomez could go for 10 million. And then you go and spend that money elsewhere and you get a good, fit, reliable third and fourth choice defender. I don't think it's personally that hard, but yeah, it's just whether Liverpool are going to go out and do that.
Also, one more thing, I think it's a good segue to the Palhinha thing. The Fulham guy, the Portuguese guy, 28 years old, linked to Liverpool. I don't know why Liverpool fans, okay, I'm just going to say Hussam yesterday, he doesn't think that he is his first choice. And I think Palhinha is a fantastic addition. They're so technical between Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gakpo in that midfield, Thiago. You need a destroyer or someone to stop the other team, someone to allow both fullbacks to go forward with ease. And Palhinha is that guy.
And
and he's tall. Like long balls, he would win them. You would allow your both Trent, and I know Trent played a lone 6 today. I don't think that can go in the season against top teams. No, I cannot go.
I've been saying it 4-3-3. Klopp doesn't do tactics. He goes back to what he knows.
I think Palhinha would be fantastic to them. Amrabat would be great to them, but since they're linked to Palhinha now, I think 50 million, 40 million is a decent fee in this day and age to someone like Palhinha, who has had a fantastic, brilliant season. I think he himself is the main reason Fulham had a good season. The number one reason. It's not Mitrovic, it's him allowing everybody else to play the good football around him, which is what Liverpool want. I think Liverpool
they need someone that they know that they can say, right, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Salah, you guys do your thing. I'm going to be the brick wall that protects the back four. Liverpool's back four hasn't been protected. And we've all seen that as well. Like, we're not saying, and like Cass said earlier, we're not saying Van Dijk is crap. However, Van Dijk was put in positions, I would say, that a few years ago, he was never put in them sort of positions, them isolated sort of in the channels, 1v1, stuff like that. And now you're seeing actually attackers are not really that scared because they know that he's not the same since his injury, which is just his fault, not his fault, sorry. So I agree with you, Mo, that in terms of like the protection to the back four, he gives them that Palhinha. And like you said, physically in the air, he was great. I think even against us when Man United beat them in the FA Cup, like, he was very good. They deserved to beat us in that FA Cup game until the red card to Mitrovic, but he just imposed himself. He was man of the match. He was great on the ball as well in terms of simple passing, because some people are lazy as well and they say, oh, but he's not good on the ball. He can't really pass. You don't have to be a long range or like excellent passer to play defensive midfield. All you've got to do, if you have a 90% pass completion, but you're giving it 12 to 15 yards and allowing your midfielders to get on the ball who should be on the ball, like McAllister and Szoboszlai, you've done your job. I'd rather have a player that's efficient in 10 to 15 yard passes than having to, hit 25, 30 yard balls and they're giving the ball away a lot. Do you know what I mean? So if I was Liverpool, I would definitely look at going for someone like Palhinha. He's 28 years of age this year and he's Premier League experienced. I think with Lavia, like, he's a good player, he's a good talent, but he's still raw in some of like the aspects of the game. Amrabat is sort of my second choice just because I feel like he's mature enough to come in and just get into the Premier League. I feel like his style suits the Premier League. But yeah, for me, Palhinha, I think he'd be a great addition. And one of my friends even messaged me after our show last night saying they feel like as a fit in terms of profile, he's the closest to Fabinho. I don't know what you guys think, but he thinks Palhinha is the closest profile.
I agree. I have to agree with that part, but I think maybe Amrabat's a bit more closer.
Passing range is better, Cass, right?
Yeah.
Passing range is better. I agree. Yeah. And he plays in a possession team like Fiorentina.
I just don't think he needs the extra passing range if you got Thiago and McAllister in. I'd rather more of a destroyer. Amrabat can do that. Like, I don't get how some people don't think he's good because he's not just a 6. He can play 8 very easy. He's a progressive passer. His long range passing is so underrated in Amrabat, and they're saying that Fiorentina apparently I think that's kind of shipped to sell now because allegedly Man United like 3 to 5 million euros off the valuation. Palhinha would be perfect and it would be annoying. And I think when you let go someone that's 29 and another one that's 33, the last thing you need is someone that's young. They say 28 is too old. How is that too old?
Perfect age for a DM. That's when they're in their prime. Like they've learned everything.
I don't understand that. That's too old. The price is just the next part. We've seen conflict.
I think they're traumatized, Cass. I think they're traumatized with Fabinho and Henderson. They're traumatized. But in the history, DMs can give you up to 34, 35 years old, can give you good if they are smart enough. And I think Palhinha can be that guy. They're traumatized. Fabinho is 29 years old. He looks like 40 years old. Henderson was 32 and he could stop running. That's why they think, oh, he's too old. He's 28. I think 28 is a fantastic age for a DM. Look at Casemiro at 29, 30 years old. Completely changed Man United.
Yeah, they just need a destroyer. I don't know what the price is. I remember we saw 90 million euros, or something. So, but let's just 80 million pounds. Fulham will quote it. Now it's 60, 50 million. Now
50.
Did they say 50 million pounds now for it? I'll take that. You got to remember they paid 80 million for him. They get a bit of budget. Fulham are looking to spend heavy. They're keeping Marco Silva. He's probably going to get a new contract. Salisu, they're getting Fulham. Who else are they getting? They're getting the other kid as well. Other guy who's left-footed guy.
Calvin Bassey.
Calvin Bassey. I don't really rate him anyways. A bit rigid.
Okay. I like him, man.
He could suit a 4-4-2 though. I think in a rigid formation.
He's quite strong and Because they actually, funny enough, you mentioned that actually they played Palhinha centre back yesterday because they didn't have a left centre back actually, so they badly need one.
They need another right. So I think they're looking at a right centre back as well.
Just got tossing. So.
And then obviously they got to go what they want to go get, like Fred, etc.
Yeah, Jimenez obviously already in number 9.
They're making some money off Mitrovic, so it kind of makes sense for me.
I think the Mitrovic deal might fund Fred, if I'm honest with you.
Yes,
40 million actually should get them Fred now. That's I'm just saying, Palhinha. What are you saying? 50 million is more than worth it. They could probably fine, man. Come on, not more than that.
That's Liverpool's street, in my opinion.
They got him for what, 27 million. So they're basically doubling their money.
And they need to go get a centre back. Go get a Nasso. I don't hate to say it, just go get Gonzalo Nasso. Get his release clause done, man. You need a left-footed centre back more than ever. It's just the whole part around Van Dijk. Would he get moved to right centre back when he's played left centre back his whole career?
Yeah, that would be very interesting to see, actually. Guys, make sure you keep
I have a question. Yeah, I have a question. Is if they are to get one 50 million player, 40 million player, is that going to be a DM or a centre back after today? Cass?
They get 2. I think they get 2. They have to get 2, one of each. They have to.
But which one is the bigger signing?
DM, 100%. You need a DM. I don't care what defender you get. If you don't have a capable enough DM, lock off the season already, man. It's dead.
But they still have Fabinho on the books. That's what it is. Fabinho is still in the books. You know what I mean? Like the difference is centre back, they literally have no cover. So if you're going to sign a 40 million player, would you sign a cheaper DM and get a good centre back, or would you sign a very good DM and a cheaper centre back, knowing that Van Dijk is 32 years old?
Yeah, that option. Whatever you said there, the cheaper. I'll rather go get a cheaper centre back.
I agree. I'd get a cheaper centre back and I'd spend the 50 million on getting a midfielder, because I just feel like that Szoboszlai, McAllister, and no DM, that's in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think it basically undoes all Liverpool's hard work, because, like I said to you, they're just gonna have to go out in games and outscore, win 3-2, 4-3, 2-1. Like, it's just gonna be one of them seasons. And unfortunately, as much as it might be quite exciting for Liverpool fans when it's going well, when it doesn't go well, they'll be screaming, where's that DM? Especially when you've had Fabinho there for quite a while. Guys, make sure you smash up the like button as well. Already 20 minutes in, over 500 of you watching. Please make sure you keep supporting the channel as well. It's a big up for you lot all watching on Monday. Those that are on summer holidays as well. Happy first day of the summer holidays. You needed that. So, yeah, guys, make sure you keep smashing that like button. We're going to move on from Liverpool, and we're going to go on to Harry Kane, because of course today, I think it's just come out even half an hour ago now, that Florian Plettenberg has said that, the owner or whatever it is of Bayern Munich is looking to go and have meetings with Daniel Levy to try and get this deal over the line. And that obviously comes after the Joe Lewis, the Tottenham owner, has said if he doesn't sign a new deal, sell him. Like, I don't have to mutter on. It's as simple as that. If Kane doesn't sign the new deal at £400,000 a week, you go. The question is, would they sell to a Premier League club? Let the other guys answer this.
I don't get it. So who owns the club? Daniel Levy or Joe Lewis?
No, Joe Lewis. Daniel Levy is the chairman. Joe Lewis is the owner.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this. So why
I thought you were going to do a Mo, but strange.
I just don't understand. Like, I thought Levy owned this club this whole time. So why is it all Levy out and not Joe Lewis out?
Because Levy is the one that manages. Lewis doesn't get involved.
Yeah, he just basically
the whole team
is
Levy. The whole team is Levy. It's him managing. It isn't the owner. The owner isn't involved. That's 20 years ago.
Okay, Mo. So my question to you then, I'll start with you then.
Because I have a question for you. Stop that. The report saying for Man United fans, the report saying that Man United might have to pay him $550 a week.
He's not coming to us.
Just hear me out. Just hear this report. $550, close to 30 million a year. If you're a Man United fan, you pay the fee. Would you get him at your club for that much money?
How much a week?
About $550.
No.
Why not? He wins your trophies.
No, it's not guaranteed
either.
Yeah, not guaranteed with Harry Kane.
No, it's
really?
not guaranteed. 500 grand a week. The way we're just trying to sort out the wage and get rid of like this sort of that structure, that bad energy. No, Mo, I don't care if Harry Kane's 30.
Harry Kane doesn't have a bad energy. Harry Kane is
I'm on about the club aura, like in terms of 550. The players know that, other players that are coming in. It just messes up everything that we got rid of in Alexis Sanchez. No, I don't want that at all. I don't want that at all. The only I flip it.
Do you think it's worth it then? Forget that. Do you think it's worth it?
No.
It's worth that much money?
No.
Imagine this year, you spend 100 million on the player and then you got a full cut 550, basically 2 million per month. So you're talking dead.
At a top club, 400 grand a week, including if he does the trophies, if not 375,000, because Rashford got what, 350?
So you think he's the same level as Rashford, Sancho?
No, I don't.
Sancho makes?
I think he can get 400,000 a week somewhere, but not at my football club.
Anyone 500k per week is Mbappe, not Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's got that. Harry Kane is 30 years old. Why would I want? That's everything that we've been doing, giving Cavani.
And you want a 4-year deal.
All these old guys, like, they're not. He's like 30 isn't old. Like 350k, 400. Yeah, all right, cool. 550 to 600. I saw it was 30 million per season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So 30 million is 575.
That's
forget it.
Forget it.
That's it. That's exactly that. 30 million.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, but who is Harry Kane to demand that money? Who is he?
Yeah. And I don't think Bayern Munich. He
considered himself the best striker in the Premier League history.
All right, and what's he got to show for that?
And he is the main forward for England, the high scorer for the England national team.
Not hard.
He is a superstar. He is wanted by Real Madrid and Bayern Munich.
Let them pay him 500 grand a week.
I think your ego guys are talking. Your ego is talking.
No, Bayern are not. I don't even think Bayern are paying 500 grand a week.
They're not. But in the Premier League, the difference is it's Bayern Munich. In the Premier League, I'm looking at the other players around him. Haaland. How much money does Haaland make? How much money does Haaland make a week? That's what he's looking at. Is he go to Man United, give you 25, 30 goals a season for the next 2-3 seasons? Is he not worth that?
No, he's not. Guys. Haaland scored over 50 odd goals. He's worth every damn penny. How about that? And he got a treble in his first season. So, I guess what? I'm not even putting Harry Kane on Haaland's bracket. He's not even worth the bracket.
You think that Haaland is a better player than Harry Kane?
I don't give a crap. Haaland got my man a treble. Harry Kane isn't getting us a treble.
How much would you pay him max, Cass, if Harry Kane came?
Yeah, about 354 bills, 400, I'd say. I think that's what.
I'm with Mo. I have to agree. I have to agree. 350 to 400.
400k. There's nothing in this inflation.
I think that's unfair.
No, it's not.
400k. If he signed a deal for 400k based off what he's done at Spurs and his goals and stuff like that, I get it because Rashford's on 350. I'm not going over 400k, Mo. No way. Like,
yeah, I can't. Yeah, you're definitely reaching.
Give me Højlund and the development for 80 grand a week all day.
Yeah, okay. I get the ambition part, but the last thing you need is someone that's on 200k per week, and you can't, and you're negotiating past double what he earns at Tottenham. Sorry, mate, your career's dead in 4 years, 3 years. Don't care.
Yeah, I can't do it.
That's my part. I think he's going to Bayern Munich, unless I don't even believe the. How about this? I don't even believe the 300. I don't even believe 30 million per year. I just don't imagine I want 30 million per year. It doesn't give me that vibe. So whoever made that report, in the bin for me already. It's just PR probably. It's trying to like a spin for Tottenham fans. Oh, if he's going to move to another English club, it's because he's going for big money also. So that means, imagine he didn't sign for Spurs for 400k. So now they got up that to make it look like, we can't afford him no more.
So hold on. So literally, he has an offer on the table for 400k from Spurs, and you go to Man United or whoever other team. You don't think that if he goes to Man United, he deserves a higher contract than what Spurs are offering?
No, because we can give him that, not assurance, we can give him the belief that we can go out there and compete. And he knows that he'll be around better players with a structure ready for him to go in there and compete, and a manager that's ready. So he can get 400 grand a week at us. However, the team are giving you something back. You've got Rashford, you've got Antony, as much as people doubt it. You've got Sancho's, you've got, Eriksen, you've got Mount, you've got Casemiro, you've got Bruno Fernandes. It just gives you a bit more of a, we're here to compete vibes. And we've already shown that with Ten Hag last year without a striker. So Kane can be that striker. So we're matching Kane's money, what he wants with 400, with also what Kane wants to do, which is try and compete. Yes, it's not Man City.
How about this then? The way I would do it, I would give him like 300k base value, and then everything else earn up to 600k or 500 is in
like Haaland.
Yes, in bonuses. If you hit this target, we'll give you bonuses. That's the only way I look at it. You have to hit these targets and goals and trophies if you want to hit those bonuses, which all players get, by the way.
Like Haaland, similar to Haaland. Haaland reported wage is 350, but he earns more than that because of the number of goals.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I want the last question about Kane for you guys, Man United fans. You guys, simple answer. Don't think that Kane guarantees you the challenge. Next level.
Not yet. No. You know what? He makes us challenge, but it doesn't make us win it. Doesn't make sense because, again, the only thing is the DM situation. If you get Amrabat and Kane and Hoyle and Martial, I don't really, at this point, I need another striker, but it's not the worst in the world.
If you gave me Kane and Amrabat, I'll be able to talk.
Kane and Amrabat, I'm screaming something else.
Okay. Then.
I can't see it because we're so far in for Hoyland.
So my opinion. So that's my opinion from outside. Harry Kane goes to Man United. Tomorrow, they jump above Arsenal and everybody else behind Man City.
Is that what you think? And we don't have to sign
I swear to God,
it
isn't. I swear it isn't bias. It isn't an agenda.
I'll scream it too. I'm not going to say
Amrabat or no Amrabat. I think Amrabat. You move Fred. You add Amrabat. Amrabat is good and everything, but I believe Man United, from what I've seen last year, and the numbers, adding Onana, massive deal. Adding Kane is 3 levels up. I think Man United go above Arsenal. It's just my opinion, and it's not an agenda. It's not an agenda.
Arsenal fans, make sure your ears are clean. Listen.
The only difference you have to put towards is that Arsenal's team is a little bit more gelled. Way more gelled than integrating Mount, Haaland, let's say Hoyland. Hoyland, sorry, not Haaland. Hoyland, Kane, Amrabat, and whoever else that we've fished in this summer. And even actually maybe not too much Kobe Mino, but you have to gel. These have to gel first, and you have to see if they can get off to a fast start. Different conversations, because it's the same conversation we had for Arsenal. Their fast start made us all think like, damn, but it's not going to sustain. It did.
Yeah, I'm actually agreeing with you. I'm not going to come in and say we'll be above them, but I definitely think we're on par with Arsenal in terms of if we finished above them. Would I be shocked? No way, because we've got a striker that will score 20 goals in the league. It's proven already. They haven't even got one that will score 15. So that can be a big difference come the end of the season. And the games we drew and the games and the chances we did miss last year, of course, if Harry Kane's there to win, to get them over the line, then that changes 1-1-alls into 2-1s. And that's that. That's what big players do.
To be honest with you, Harry Kane wins your game single-handedly.
Yeah.
This is what was missing from Man United last year is someone who is in the 1-0 game, the 1-1, I'm winning this game. And the difference between everybody in the Premier League and Man City is Man City have like 3-4. 3-4 of these guys. They'll win you the game by themselves. The Mahrez, the Gundogan, the KDB, they will win you the game. Harry Kane is one of these guys. I'm sorry, people don't like Harry Kane, trophies or not trophies. He is a brilliant player. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Actually, just quickly, just before we move on, because I want to touch on the Mbappe situation as well. With Arsenal, right? And Olise, with Arsenal, right? I know, like Daps said yesterday, a lot of people think like it's an Arsenal agenda. It's not an Arsenal agenda, of course. We talk football fairly and we're opinionated, of course. But the expectation has increased on Arsenal. They surprised people last year. People didn't even have them in their top 4. And they come out, challenge for the title, lost it with 5 or 6 games to go. They've now added Rice, they've now added Timber, they've now added Havertz, and I don't think they're fully done yet. However, with their situation at the moment in terms of the expectation levels, I feel like some fans are going to thrive under pressure, and I feel like some of them are already shivering a bit under the pressure. What do you think they need to do between now and the end of the transfer window, and this is for both of you, to get everyone convinced that they can seriously challenge?
Who?
Arsenal. Because everyone's still got doubts in them now. Like, look, people are still onto them now. Some people are thriving under the pressure. Some Arsenal fans are quabbling under the pressure. Between now and the end of the window, what do they need to do on top of this window to make sure that they are fully challenging? I'm not saying fully challenging. I'm on about get people like me, you, and Mo highly convinced that they can win it. Because I still think at the moment they'll fall short.
No, I think they got everything it needs now. I can't see nothing else. I don't know about you lot. You don't need two sick players in every position. You just need something. I don't think anything. I think
you don't think they need? Do you not think they need a goal scorer, number 9?
No, they got Martinelli and Saka are capable of getting about. I can't lie. I think they're only going to get better. Martinelli's probably going to get about. I think he's definitely got the reach to get 20 in the league.
To be honest, I believe Martinelli, Saka, and Odegaard togetis might get 50 goals this year. 50 goals together. You don't need a goal scorer.
So what are you looking at it like? So this is a perfect example then. So we're looking at Arsenal winning the league, which you guys think they're ready to do right now. Are you basing it off like the Liverpool season when they won it? It's Salah and Mane, equivalent of Martinelli and Saka, and then Jesus basically does the Firmino job and he chips in with 10 to 15. Is that it?
I think Jesus, go ahead, Cass.
I was just gonna say, like, they got Trossard as well, man. The guy's gonna integrate more as well. People forget this, I think they got goals anyway. I think even someone like Smith Rowe would chip in with a couple goals, and all this kind of stuff. I think they got goals everywhere in their team.
Okay, right. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm doing
Mo. So hold on. Right. Do you know what they need?
No. Let me ask you, because you just said a moment ago, right? Harry Kane wins you football matches, yeah. And if Manchester United find Harry Kane a striker, then we go above Arsenal. So if Arsenal added a proper number 9 killer, how much could that change them? I'm just trying to ask a question here because people are even saying in the comments, striker.
Go ahead, because my earphone is not working. I need to do it again.
Yeah. I was asking you the question. I was trying to flip it on you because you're saying about Harry Kane. If he comes to us, he wins you games and he takes us above Arsenal. And can't you not hear me, Cass?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't lie, Ben. You threw me off.
Oh yeah, go on. What did you say? I didn't see. What did you say?
Ben's super chat threw man off for it gave me a headache a little bit, and now I'm back.
Let me read it for a sec. Actually, while Mo sorts out his thing, because Mo's thing went down. 1 second. Kane, Højlund, Amrabat, United are title challenges. If we get both,
different story, bro. I can't lie. I'm screaming league 100%. Not even challenge. Give me the damn league.
Yeah. We have no excuses but to challenge. I agree with that. Yo, guys, been studying full time for the last 2 months. Exams mode. Your shows have been massive to keep me going. Big up to you, Free, Daps, and the Arsenal reps. The ratios have crushed my hope for humanity. Like the video, people. It's free. This channel deserves it. Oh, love that, Ben. Thank you so much for that super chat. Their ones go a long way, and I hope you smashed your exams. I hope you really did.
If they don't, man, you gotta go. Let me not say I might get cancelled.
But no. Ben, as long as you revise and you've done your best.
Cass is speechless. He cannot find the right words. You know what I mean? Like Cass is like,
bro, I'm in that part where it's like you're on the beach and that one just looks into you and you just fumble the bag, bro. It's like thing, man.
I love that. Big up MEC Realist as well. Like I said, I've got the super chat up, but massively appreciate you guys supporting the channel and showing love, man. Thank you guys. Hope you're having a great day as well. Mo, you back?
Ben, for the support. Yes. So,
right. So
I think what they need.
Because did you hear what I basically said about?
Yeah, I did. You said if they add a striker to that, but the problem is the striker is a plan B. We know that the plan A is always Jesus. I actually believe Jesus is going to get more than 15 goals this year if he stays fit the whole season. I actually believe that.
How many Jesus?
I actually believe that he's gonna get at least 25 plus GA.
Let us know in the comments, guys, how many Jesus gets in the league. Yeah,
okay. So hear me out about Arsenal. I believe Arsenal now got every weapon at the moment they need. The problem is from the friendlies, I'm seeing Arteta being stubborn. And that reminds me of Jurgen Klopp being stubborn sometimes. And again, we're going to go back to the Havertz. I'm going to say one sentence. He need to realize that this guy's not a midfielder because it's too late. You have Declan Rice now. Mold the guy to be the number 8. You already have Thomas Partey, which is for the 30 games of the season, one of the best DMs in the league. You have that already. Why do you want to change it? Don't change it. Just play the way you know. Mold Rice as you molded Xhaka to get involved in the attack and the defense, because he has that in his locker. West Ham, he was heavily on that left side. Go watch his games. Go look at heat maps. He is heavily to the left side. So he's already played there. Why do you want to transform that and put Partey on the bench? You're very stubborn, but they have all the weapons they need.
I have to look at it differently. I don't think it's the amount of goals Arsenal need to score, right? They conceded 43 goals last year, yeah, and scored, how many was it? Was it 88?
87 or something.
88. Now, at Declan Rice, all of a sudden, that 44 becomes 34. So it should become 34, 35. Jesus got injured and that's an unknown Jesus lengthy injury. That guy, if he continued playing, I think I just don't get the discredit on Jesus too much. Look, I've had my banner with him. He got 10 Premier League goals and a few assists. If that man stayed fit, he was as important as Saliba for me. And with Jesus, if he actually continued, I think he would have went on to get about another 7 goals and probably another 5, 6 assists. And that doesn't exclude Nketiah, because Nketiah's goals were very, very crucial. But it's just the overall way of playing. Someone's output went down for Nketiah's go up, right? So I don't even need to look at it like that. I just think Jesus was on course having one of his best seasons he's ever had.
How many goals are you saying he gets in the league then, Cash?
If Man City, but I'm just saying, if Man City can win the league with false time without Jesus even in the centre forward and Foden and Jesus on the wing, what makes you think Arsenal can't do it? Get it? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate because we've been on top. I just think right now, the whole point of the transfer window, what do they need in transfers? I don't actually think they need anything else. If they want to go and get something, it's a luxury player. Okay, I don't believe in Reece Nelson at all. I don't think he's all that. I think he's just a bang average player. And that's fine. He's just always going to be. I don't see his ceiling. Go get a proper right winger. Go get Kudus or something.
Yeah, I hear you.
And in January, go look at what's not performing and go there and then that. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, because from what I remember, from August to when Jesus got injured, nobody could touch Arsenal in any shape, way, or form. Not even get the ball.
Nah, they were cooking that first start of the season. Until the World Cup, they were
no, even after the World Cup tie, until game week 30 tie. Every time we said they're gonna drop, they didn't. We said there was no signs of them slowing down until that Saliba injury.
Yep, you're right. You're right. No, it's gonna be very interesting to see how Arsenal do. So, Chief, just so you know as well, by the way, we will have call-in show back up and running once the season begins. They're only like 3 weeks away. So if you become a member, you can join the panel there. And that's the same for anyone there. People have been joining it. Olu used to come on every week, and there's other regulars as well. Sophia, football
you don't have to be just a member. I mean, there will be call-in shows. Remember, these type of shows are going to change over. It's because it's pre-season, so it's just transfer news, debates, transfer news, debates, and then everything is, and then obviously rivals will be going on twice a week, different panels, and then we integrate in different shows. I think the debate shows will more than likely stay, to be fair, because they're actually just quite interesting just to talk.
Yeah, they are, to be fair. So no, you definitely will have a chances to get involved. We're for the people, man. So don't worry, man. We've got you. Well, guys, make sure you smash the like button, please. There's still over 650 of you here. Make sure you subscribe if you're new as well. And also, we'll be back tonight at 10 p.m. with another show. So maybe if you're free tonight, you can watch again. Mo, is there anything you want to say before we move on to Michael Olise?
Yeah. So things that people ask me, why do you say this team is challenging and this team is challenging and this team is challenging? Because I said this window, everything relies on this window, and I'm feeling that everybody is strengthening. And last year, what I saw is that Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, especially these 3 teams, everyone won at their home ground and lost away. So their head-to-head didn't affect the results. It's all about them beating the other team. I believe next season, if everything goes to the plan of what I'm seeing, I believe a lot of teams can get above the 75-point mark, which is something that doesn't happen often, or maybe 80 points mark. I feel there is a massive difference between the top 6 and the rest.
So you're
saying I feel like everybody is strengthening up there to the point that it's going to be not competitive between them and everybody else. I feel the gap is shrinking in between the second and fifth, even Chelsea, and sixth as well. So that's why I'm saying maybe Man City will still be favorites, but I believe everybody else can go for that second spot and maybe hope that Man City might not be the same, might lose the hunger, blah, 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 all the talk that we had before. But it's not going to be 3 teams winning the Premier League. But I feel like the gap is going to be closer than what we've seen before.
Yeah, you remember the mid-table sides were very strong last year, you could say, in a sense. Like your Brentford, your Fulhams, Villa went one above, you could say. Even just below that, who's like 11th and 12th? Who was it last year that was like 11th and 12th?
It was Fulham. Brentford.
Yeah, Fulham, Brentford, them teams.
Chelsea was there, Brighton was there, and Crystal Palace at the end.
He had Forest winning big games and so forth. Like, I mean, in a way,
I don't believe that will happen this year. I believe this is going to be a different season. That's how I see it from the transfer window. I see big moves. I see the players now going to the top. If Caicedo goes to Chelsea, if Harry Kane leaves Spurs and goes to Man United or whatever, if Man United getting Onana, look at Liverpool getting McAllister from Brighton, Szoboszlai, they might get Lavia might go somewhere. I believe it's gonna be very, very tight in between second and fifth or something.
No, it's good. It is good, and I think what we were saying last night, I think stands out more than ever. Normally, starts in the Premier League, we're a bit like, okay, if you have a bad start, you still got time. I think every team wants to come out like a razor blade and be sharp this season, because I don't think you want to be dropping 5, 7, 8 points behind, because at the end of the day, it gets to November and there are games that you still must win. Every game's a must win, but you do not want to be chasing your tail come November time. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these teams start sharply. We've got Chelsea, Liverpool first game of the season. So yeah, that's going to be chaos as it is. Michael Olise to Manchester City. If people have not seen that, or Chelsea, 35 million release clause apparently. Got an injury at the moment, so he won't be back for a couple of months. However, this is a player who's very good in terms of his age bracket. France under 21 international last year, got 11 assists, playing with a Crystal Palace team that, let's be honest, haven't really got a striker in Eduardo Matete. I think this player is going to the top. I even said it last week, like Cass said, if Mahrez leaves, they need to go for Michael Olise. And this is before the links come out. I just feel like when you look at the way he plays and the way he maneuvers himself around the pitch, he does give me Mahrez vibes. Hugs the touchline, can take set pieces, can dribble 1v1, can go down on the left, can go down on the right. And most on top of it as well is that his intelligence is there. And I just feel like this player is destined to play under the Champions League lights. I really rate Michael Olise. That's just my personal thing. And I think if you're looking at 35 million for a player that you could have for 5-6 years, that is a bargain.
Yeah, it's a crazy market.
Cass is in love with Michael Olise.
Mate, I know Cass likes him as well. Like,
I wanted him. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. I wanted him before I wanted Anthony. I said, why don't we go pay the 35 million for Olise? I thought they got rid of the release clause. That's what D told me anyway.
Yeah, no, there was talks last year about that, Cass. You're right.
It didn't happen then. So I was thinking, what is? I just don't understand why we didn't go for this player. I think it'd been perfect. Same age of like Anthony's. Well, remember Anthony's only like just turned 23.
Yeah,
the guy's 21.
Yeah, Anthony's young.
If he goes to Man City, I'll be more annoyed. I'll be so annoyed. Go get somebody I've never heard of, so I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, it just smells of City. The release clause stuff smells of City transfer. Don't have to bother. You can add add-ons and stuff. I'm sure you add that past the 35 million straight up. Chelsea, on the other hand, what I've been told by Chelsea fans and what they've highlighted towards is that he's a Cobham boy. His brother also plays for Chelsea. He lives in London still. They still got affiliations with the club. So when you think of what's going to be more tempting for a guy like him, what would it be, then, Mo? Pep Guardiola.
I actually think he goes to Chelsea.
Or Chelsea, where he's got the starting spot with Madueke to battle out for.
Exactly. I think Madueke isn't as good as him. Madueke is good and everything, but I think Michael Olise has more Premier League experience. Like, has 64 games, guys, under his. It's a lot of games for a 22. Yeah, 64 games for Crystal Palace. So that's a lot of games for a 22 years old, right? That's equal 2 seasons almost. for Crystal Palace. I think he goes to Chelsea. He strengthens that front line, gets the starting spot on the right side. He goes to Man City. Yes, he develops to be a better player, I believe. Under Pep Guardiola, he will learn from the best. But I believe at this age, maybe you go to Chelsea for now. And maybe you weigh up your next move after 3-4 years at Chelsea. But in my opinion, I think if I was him, I would choose Chelsea just because of the starting place. Just because you had a streak going, of starting games on that right side for Crystal Palace. You don't want to go on the bench and wait for your chance. Bernardo leaves, doesn't leave. You battle with Foden on that right side. You want to go keep that streak going. But I believe if he goes to Man City, he'll be a better player because of Pep and how he develops players. But I believe for him, it's just maybe the starting spot. If both paid the same money.
I'm gonna play. I agree with you to a point, but I also disagree. Just because Mahrez, even though by the way, I think Mahrez is a brilliant player. I think he's been sensational, and even over the last 5 Premier Leagues they've won and stuff like that, he's never always been like a shoo-in starter. Pep kind of plays the fixture, so Mahrez could start on a Tuesday, but then on a Saturday he might be on the bench. But everyone is happy because they get game time. I feel like if Michael Olise goes to Manchester City, he is still going to get game time 100% in terms of he will start some games, maybe against teams that play a low block at the Etihad and stuff like that, because he's got that creativity spark. So I don't feel like game time actually would be a problem, because I think he just gets as many minutes at City than what he does at Chelsea. Also adding in the fact, Mo, that when you're playing Champions League, you are going to have 2 games a week sometimes. So for me, I feel like stylistically, he suits going to... Oh, is he... Oh wait, is Cass unmuted now? I've unmuted him. That's cool. He was I feel like stylistically he is just the perfect Mahrez replacement. So I don't think game time would be a problem, because they've got 1 game a week and City will basically... Is
Michael Olise a goal scorer like Mahrez?
We don't know. No, we don't know. Mahrez was never just straight away a goal scorer. He's become sort of that player when he went to Leicester. Like, he wasn't like banging in loads of goals.
I had no idea about him before. To be honest, I've never watched a game of him.
I don't believe he was banging in.
How about this? If they get Olise, Leeds finish for a minute. Because what I'm going to say this, he's Grealish with a left foot, right? He's exactly like Grealish with a left foot. The way he gets fouled, the way he's strong on the ball, and he's a bit of a facilitator. And he
brings others into play. Like, he's just...
Imagine that behind
Hold
Haaland.
on, is that a good... I'm sorry, Cass. Is that a good or a bad thing?
A great thing. I love Grealish. What you want as a player, not because he's at the club he is. I think he's a great player. I'm always been a fan of Grealish. I wanted him at my club to say all of a sudden he's crap. That would be me like being like Dawood and saying Havertz is crap, and then all of a sudden he's amazing because he's signed for a different club. But
this is what we're saying. He got 11 assists last year at Crystal Palace team that has no Erling Haaland in their attack. He could get some great assists with Erling Haaland there. Put some great teasing balls into the box. Like, I just think City should be all over this. Like Cass said, they love a release clause. City don't like to do their business quick. I just think if you go to Chelsea, yes, you've got Poch, you can develop young players, and he's very good at them. But if you're battling with Madueke and you've only got 1 game a week, it's like you're signing for Chelsea for the next 3-4 years. Well, I think he can go to City and play now.
You know what? Yeah, true. Chelsea have got an abundance of French talent in their club at this moment of time.
Badiashile as well. Yeah.
I remember Olise, as much as he got French roots, he grew up in England and London.
Yeah.
So that's
he's literally like a London boy.
That wouldn't really be an issue, like going to City. He's still got the English lads up there as well. When you think of Olise's development either under Poch and Chelsea or minutes under Pep Guardiola, I'm sorry, but you can get some valuable experience 1 year in a Champions League, which you would get minutes on, especially in the group stages, and cup games and everything else that you need to. And then guess what? When Bernardo Silva ends up leaving, because I don't think it will be this year, that's his. Foden doesn't need to get used on the right. Foden, if they get Olise, they don't need to put Foden on the wing no more. They go put him in Gundogan's position, and all of a sudden, they've got a front three.
Oh my God.
Or Grealish, Foden, and Olise
and Haaland. Oh my God.
Bro, that's mental.
Yeah, that'd be mad. That'd be mad.
Chelsea, you got Sterling, Nkunku, Olise, and that new Jackson guy. That could also be a fire, but it's not as fire as that lineup at Man City, and you're guaranteed to win at least your first trophy.
And the age bracket of them is great, because obviously Grealish should be the experienced one. But
and I know personal terms have been agreed for Chelsea allegedly, but you've also agreed personal terms with Kudus. And you know how easy it's to agree terms with any players but not make a move. It happens all the time. So I wouldn't read into it too much. And that's why
I agreed personal terms with them a couple of days ago. So that doesn't mean I'm signing for them. It's like every player now agreed personal terms with Chelsea. Just come on.
Literally. Guys, 50 minutes in, still nearly 700 of you watching. Keep making sure you're smashing that like button. If you haven't already, it's under your live chat. If you cross off your live chat, there's a thumbs up there. Please make sure you hit that and subscribe if you're new as well. And we're back tonight with the evening debate at 10 p.m. We're going to talk on Kylian and Mbappe now for the last 10 minutes because 300 million euros, let me just make that clear, 300 million euros,
257 million pounds.
257 million pounds for 2 legs of kicking something round on a green bit of grass. It's crazy, but this is the era we're living in. 25 million for me when I was growing up was crazy numbers, but this is crazy. I'm going to put it out there straight away. The team PSG will accept the bid, no matter what. Of course, you're going to accept the bid, but the player will not accept to go to there, I don't think. I think his heart is set on Real Madrid. Karim Benzema leaves. I feel like he goes there now. He plays with Bellingham. He plays with Vinicius. He plays with Rodrigo. And he's part of this new Real Madrid team where they want to go into La Liga and, try and compete with Barcelona. But for me, I just don't see this happening. It's crazy that I'm actually seeing this and like it's legit. You see rumors and you think, Mo, you like this ain't happening, but they're bidded. It's confirmed. Like, what do you think?
Forget the bid. Actually, the bid isn't the problem with me. The bid isn't the problem.
Is it where the bid's coming from? The country, like not the country. I don't want to say the league, the competitiveness.
No, it's the 11 million pounds a week.
Oh my god.
So,
wow.
What did he say?
11 million pounds a week.
Wait, what?
So the claims that the Saudi league could offer him a staggering 11.6 million pounds a week to join. Hold on, it gets better. It isn't a buying contract. They're not buying him. They're only offering him a 1-year contract. So he still can go to Real Madrid for free next year. So the Saudi Arabia are willing to throw out all this money for this guy to play 1 season there. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, by the way. Football or not football. I've never heard something more crazy than this.
If he still cares about PSG and what they would offer them, he would do that. He would accept it and go just do it for 1 year. You can afford 1 year. Don't get me wrong, it's out of football. It makes football crap. But the thing is, Mbappe, I don't know if he needs to be ruled by money anymore because he had that Supermax at PSG. They offered him that Supermax. I don't think he'll be tempted by it as much anymore. I think his heart is set on Champions League now and Real Madrid. And I think it's just Real Madrid.
This summer.
There is money, Cass. There is money and there is money.
Money. I know. I hear it. It's only 1 year in the Saudi. What's 1 year when you're like 24 years of age, right? And you can go on to and you go for free. There's no PSG. What's the difference between Liga and the Saudi League, anyways? So all I'm just trying to say, you either go there and do your thing, but I think his heart's set on Real Madrid.
Yeah, next year. He already agreed with him next year.
What do you think he could? Do you think he could go for a year and just say, do you know what? It's a year, and then I'll just go Madrid for free.
He's earning that per week, anyways. At PSG, apparently, isn't it?
But what much?
No, he's not earning that much.
You know what?
He's not earning that much.
Let me ask you this, guys. What if Real Madrid are on the phone to Mbappe and say, do you know what? Just go there because then we don't have to pay and we'd rather do that and then we'll just bump up your wages like a little bit.
So here's the problem, Ty. Footballing wise, forget the money. Footballing wise, it's World Cup year 2024. He plays this season in Saudi Arabia.
No, Euros. Sorry, Euros. Yeah.
Euros year. Do you think that affects him?
It's Mbappe. No. This is Kylian Mbappe. Wait, wait, let me ask you. Are you talking about affects him and his performance levels?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Okay,
you're playing a lower level. The training isn't the same. With all due respect to the Saudi Arabian League, the opponents aren't the same. You aren't playing Champions League football. Listen, we know that you're not playing at the top level of football affects your performances. This is just a fact.
That's an interesting one.
Look at Oscar. Look at Hulk. Look at Oscar and Hulk for Brazil when they went to China. It made them different a little bit.
He's got all on Mbappe though, isn't it? That's on Mbappe's attitude.
He's got meat pace, man. He ain't doing nothing. No, he's got meat. He's got roadrunner pace. That guy ain't changing for nothing. He come back It might take him a couple months to adjust a little bit. It'll be all right, man.
Yeah, but what Mo's saying, you're not going to get a couple of months at the Euros. It's a 1 month.
No, you're going to finish the league and then go to the camp right away. So you're starting.
Can't lie, you can't turn down 11 million per week if it's for 1 year only.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is what I mean. When people say money that sometimes doesn't talk, this is talking. The money is like
4 million for every 4 weeks or per month, should I say?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. And the thing is, I feel like
your
a decision.
Your head is like
needs to be made soon. This can't be something that drags out because it will just get.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I would rather see him at Real Madrid this season because personally, I want to see him competing in the Champions League with Bellingham and with Real Madrid trying to beat Barcelona to the league title and stuff like that. Even trying to stop City doing the back-to-back in the Champions League. They could potentially do it with Mbappe there. Like, I just, do I want to see Mbappe in the Saudi League? Am I going to watch the Saudi League? I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to. I'll see the highlights. Yeah, Cass will be able to. He's going to be all right. He's going to be loading it up, but he can give me the reports. But yeah, like I don't want to see this. But 700 million, like everyone said in the comments, how can you just?
I reckon he can still get that money late in his career, anyways. Maybe not 11 million per week, but he can still get
enough money. Cass, go to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if Mbappe's head is turned or not. If he goes to Real Madrid, then clearly he's not there for the money. He's there to win.
Well, what does it say to you, though, in terms of football and where it's heading if he does go and accept this and goes to Saudi? Does it say anything much? Does it change your opinions or anything? Or is it just it's a one-off deal?
It's just a one-off deal, man. It's just a year.
Forget football. What football are we talking about here? It's a $1 billion deal. What football? He can buy football. With $1 billion. What? Listen, the guy in 1 year is going to make the sixth of the valuation of Manchester United Football Club. Guys, just deep that. Forget money. Football.
I can go
buy football with it. He can buy a club with it. He can buy a club in the Premier League with it and make it competitive.
Mo, he could buy your club.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And it's not hard, is it? You can just change it to Inter Mbappe.
Inter Mbappe. I will wear his picture every day on my chest.
Yeah, his sponsor. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah. At this point, football stops. This amount of money, football stops. Come on.
Does anyone actually? Yeah, I was going to ask that question from what Olympics. Does anyone actually believe that that's the actual contract though?
Well, that's what they say.
I don't know. I personally don't believe it.
That's the thing. Like, we only go for reports, and it's not only one newspaper.
Oh yeah,
it's everywhere.
That's mad, isn't it? The people don't see Arab money is so long. It's like, yeah, what's $1 billion for a year? I'll make that back through Mbappe anyways. If you remember, Saudi's massive. The Middle East is crazy big. You know how many fans will come from just Japan and that just can't watch this guy as well. They'll make that back.
It's very commutable, actually. It's very commutable.
Yeah. They'll make most of that money back quick.
I believe. You know why I believe it, Cass? Because they offered Messi 350 million a year, and that's.
So what do you think, Mo? Do you think he accepts this deal?
I think so.
I
actually think PSG are gonna force him to sign the contract, and he's gonna go for a year. I believe so.
Players will never be capped because the government makes way too much money through taxes alone off their contracts. Never gonna happen. Never.
Why? I'm not.
The money, bro. Tevez, go watch 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago when Tevez was back at Man City. Go see his wage, and then you go see his bonuses and everything, and go see how much of taxes. Like you can go watch. You can go on Google right now and go check it. Tevez wage slip Man City. When they're deducting stupid stuff of his wage, that showed me it as well. The amount of money of tax that, remember, half of that goes to.
Which country are you talking about, Cass? I'm sorry.
No. England, France, anywhere, wherever taxes is.
You earned in 1 month.
You earned in 1 month. Go on.
790,000.
790,000 in 1 month.
And the government made off of that 380,000.
Yeah, it's 50% because the brackets.
Yeah,
I know. But in Saudi Arabia, no taxes, so he doesn't pay any taxes.
I'm saying anywhere else should players be capped anyways, wages and all this kind of stuff. It's never going to happen. The governments in the Western world, America, will ever happen. Never. Make too much money. Anyways,
it's not going to be from the government. But anyway, that's for another day. It's not going to be from the government. But anyway, I think Mbappe, if that contract is real, which is based on the reports and based on logic that they offered Messi 350 million. I think it might be real. And if he goes for 1 year, hats off to him.
Yeah.
Just, you have to.
On that note, I think, yeah, that's watch this space. I think that's that really. I'll just see if there's any more super chats. I don't think there is.
The last part really is Conor Gallagher might be. It's only from Nizar Kinsella, and I've been told by Chelsea fans don't look into his crap. So, but they say he's not part. He's going to be like they're not offering him a new deal. That might be the case. West Ham, Fulham interested. Tottenham. I don't think they can afford to let Conor Gallagher go at this current moment of time. And there's too much. They need incoming before they need someone going out again.
I'll be honest with you. I think they can. I just don't think this guy's good enough to be at Chelsea. I think he's a bit like Jesse Lingard. His energy, he scored some goals at Crystal Palace. He found himself at a good level there, and I think that's still a competitive level. I just think if Chelsea want to get where they want to be, and Mauricio Pochettino wants to take them to the next level, I just don't think Gallagher's good enough. Like, lovely guy, works hard, but he's not good enough, Cass. I think he's one of the players that actually if they could get rid of, they would, because they need to still sell some players. Anyway, the squad's still quite big. You're looking at Angelino coming in, you're looking at Andre Santos and these type of players. I'm like, yep, they're better. They can stay. I just don't think he's that great.
Yeah, he's not that great. Yeah, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, man, nothing. That's about it for today.
Yeah, I think that's it, man. We're going to be back at 10 p.m. tonight, 1 hour already. Guys, thank you for the super chats as well today. Ben as well, obviously, with your exams and stuff coming up. Keep us posted, actually. Once you get results, definitely let us know. I know what it's like in that exam period, man. I work with schools myself, man. So, yeah, good luck with all that. But, yeah, guys, we'll be back tonight. Make sure you smash a like on your way out. Make sure you drop a comment as well. Let us know if you think Mbappe stays or goes. And then we'll catch you on the other side. Big up.